Everything that happens is motivation. Everything that happens.
What's up guys, Jim Collector here again, back with another unboxing and review video, and today we have Black Adam, aka The Rock. I feel like this is a rare example where a figure has turned out absolutely incredible, but the film, which I'll admit, I liked the film, it wasn't a bad watch at all, but where the film didn't necessarily do great or stand up massively in my mind, but the figure looks fantastic, and also it is The Rock, who is an iconic character in and of himself. So without further ado guys, let's get stuck in and see what this figure is all about. Alright guys, so here we have the box, and as you can kind of see by how barely this fits in the camera, the box is huge, alright, which is, you know me, I like an unboxing, I like a large box. What more can I say? So obviously you've got this nice glossy finish, you can see The Rock as Black Adam here, it's got the lightning emblazoned as well. You can see it says Black Adam, and it has this really nice kind of matte and gloss hieroglyphs kind of all over the place, which is nice, and it gets more matte as we go down the box. So gloss, everything else is pretty much matte. You can see it says DX30, Black Adam down here, the DX logo, Hot Toys, and DC. So there's quite a few bits to it. On the side we have more of that kind of hieroglyph kind of work here, a lightning bolt, and then you can see the Black Adam logo there as well. DC down the bottom, lots of whodunits, and also a picture of the figure itself, which looks really cool. I seem to have a sticker here that wants to come undone, and then on the side it's pretty much more of the same. So what we're going to do now is we're going to slide this on off like so, and you can start to see what is, if I can actually get this all the way off, inside. Right then, so here we go. So you've got your foam card flip cover, not much more to see. Got that lightning scar, sorry, I've got Harry Potter on the brain. The lightning emblem there, as well as lightning come off from it. And then you can see the figure itself. So your normal DX packaging with this cardboard slip and then the foam inside. You've got head sculpt 1 and head sculpt 2 just there as well. We're going to slip this off, and then you get a bit of a better view at all the different bits that let's say some of the bits he comes with. So this is our first tray. Got our first quick glimpse of Black Adam there, but I'm going to put this out of the way for now. And then you can see the rest of the accessories that we have down below. You do get the cape, which I'm looking forward to seeing how this kind of goes, because Hot Toys and their capes, you know, they can be a little bit hit or miss, so we'll see what that's like. And then you got all the different accessories in this tray here, which I'll just slide on out. I believe that is everything. Yep, that's all the bits there. And then this is all the accessories. So what we're going to do now is we're going to check these out first, and then we're going to check out the rest of the figure. Alright, so here we have the tray of accessories. Obviously you've got this big boy here, which we will get to last. That is our display base. There's a lot here, but it's a lot of the same stuff. So for example, we have a lightning. We have more lightning. And then basically just a whole bunch of lightning that you can do with various poses and in different ways and stuff like that. So I'm not going to go massively through it. We're going to take a look at one bit, and you know, it looks pretty good as these kinds of accessories go. This is my first figure that's got something like this. So it is nice to see. Did Count Dooku have it? I can't remember if Count Dooku had lightning. If it did, then I did have it back then. But yeah, really nicely done. It's got a good gloss to it. It does kind of shine in the light as well, which gives it that luminescent feel of lightning. So under good lighting conditions, this could really pop and could really work for some great figure photography as well. So I might try that out with some of my own stuff. I can't speak today, I don't know what's going on. All right, beyond that, we do have the control box here, as well as the cable for it. This is so that you can light up his logo, I believe. Yeah, that's what that's for. So you can light up the logo, so that's good to see. Then you do have, if I can get it out, the eye tool. We've seen 1,000,001 of those. and that's just the clip for it as well. So that's pretty much all we have, and then you've got a flight pole and a waist grabber. Did mine just fall apart? Yep, mine just fell apart. Interesting. Oh well, doesn't matter, it's fine. All right, and then you have the base. I don't know why, but I was under the impression that this was gonna be a throne, but it's not. A little bit sad about that, but it's fine. That's my only fault for not checking the promo shots properly. But this is actually quite a nice base. Now it is just a light plastic, so it doesn't weigh a lot of weight, weigh a lot at all. But you can see Black Adam embossed down here. And then this is quite nicely detailed, well painted for Hot Toys bases as well. I'm quite happy with this. Maybe a bit bland in some areas, but it's got nice shadowing, nice pitting throughout as well. So yeah, I'd say this is pretty good and will work nicely as a display piece. So that's pretty much everything for the accessories. Now we're going to get to the figure himself. All right, I did forget one thing from the accessory tray, and that is of course his cape or cowl or whatever you want to call this. This is quite nicely done. Again, it's got wires. They're strong. They seem like quite strong wires in this, which is nice to see. It's got a good firm sturdy material to it. You can see kind of the stitching, well not the stitching, the fabric detail there. The embroidery is really nice along the edges. You've got the fraying bits around there. The hood again is all wired, so you can do pretty much whatever you want with the hood. So I have to say this is nicely done. One of the better capes I've seen from Hot Toys. Even this bit here is wired. It doesn't hold, I mean you can't do it all the way out, it won't hold completely or flop down, but as capes go this is quite nice, and I reckon you can pull off a lot of good dynamic poses using this, as well as just, you know, nice museum poses. So yeah, really good to see. But moving on, we do have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Black Adam right here, and I'm quite excited to get into this. So to start off, we are going to check out and get out of the way the hands. Not a lot of hands with this, to be honest, guys. You've got 4 hands total plus 2 on the figure, so that makes 6. Couple of plain, oh my gosh, couple of plain hands, and then a couple of gauntleted hands. I'm going to say gauntleted there as well for you to kind of mess around with different poses. They are nicely detailed, nicely painted. They are quite large for hands, but again, if I'm going to talk in art, you can see all the different creasings and all the different aspects there, and it's really well painted actually, I'd say. As far as hands go, these are some of the nicer ones that I've seen. Probably helps that they're much larger. So yeah, moving on from those, we then do have the classic, I'm going to call it the classic head sculpt. There you go, the eyebrow raised, classic Rock kind of facial expression. You could pretty much kit bash this with this head sculpt into anything, because this is, I mean, you know The Rock, he's a great actor, but he's just kind of good at playing himself, let's be honest. And this is a really well done head sculpt. You can see it's got the eye system inside, so you can maneuver the eyes. You can use that stick, I never do. I kind of just use it without the stick and it works. So yeah, really nice head sculpt. Do love the details on this. All the creases in the forehead as well. Just the expression itself is nice, if a little bit comical in 1/6 form. It doesn't quite have the imposing feel, probably because it's just a head on its own with no body. So maybe we'll try that out in the posing section. But yeah, moving on, we have Black Adam himself. Oh, God, he's heavy. All right, so excuse that, I did just take off all the plastic covering, so I realized that would be a lot easier just to kind of do off camera. But here we go, this is Black Adam in all of his glory. Now, I have to say, first of all, the suit's freaking incredible, guys. Like, honestly. We'll get to head sculpt in a minute. The suit itself is just so damn good. I mean, all the small details throughout it. Even just, I don't know what it is about this suit, but it just looks movie quality. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's that kind of, I'm not really sure what material this is. I'm going to say rubbery material, a bit similar to the newer Batmans or the Batflex. So it's kind of that material. If you've ever had one of those, very similar to that. It's got a few loose pieces here and there, which isn't a big deal for me. You get a little bit of kind of bunching up throughout here as well, but I feel like the creases kind of work quite nicely within this one, and it's just comes out really good. Now, talking about the body build itself, The Rock's a big dude, let's face it. And I think they've done an absolutely incredible job with this body. So you've got nice ratchet. There's something really satisfying about a ratchet joint, isn't there? But yeah, the body proportions are fantastic. Shoulders are nice and bulky. They maybe could be bulkier, but the chest is bulky. He's got his abs as well. And look at those freaking quads. Absolutely huge. Hamstrings could do with a bit of work. But yeah, absolutely massive in the quads as well. So I really do like what they've done with this. All of this is not a pleather material, which is nice. It is a molded plastic, so thank goodness for that. And then same with the belt as well. Although it's a molded plastic, you can see lots of nice details throughout there as well. And again, that kind of like all this all this detail carries on throughout the entire suit, which just looks really, really nice. Obviously, you can see a bit of a zip down here, which is a bit of a disappointment, but you know, how else is he going to get in and out of this thing? And just like the colors here looks really nice. In fact, one of the reasons I preferred this version of this figure is just because of how dirty this is, and I just like all the black design of it. I just think it looks a lot more menacing. And then of course we do have this head sculpt, which I think is absolutely fabulous. Really do love this head sculpt, guys. It looks so nice on there. You do have, obviously you can see the neck joint, but it just looks so good. And in terms of likeness, like how well do they capture this likeness? I'd say this is a solid, I'm gonna go 9 out of 10 on this. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please do, but I think this is a good 9 out of 10. Like, it's got the nose right, the scowl is there, although to be fair, his eyebrows are 90% of his persona, as it were. But even the shape of the head and everything, they did absolutely fantastic on this. So it looks really good. Now, I believe this bit comes loose. Yes, so you can see this bit all kind of comes loose as well. There's no reason to do that. If I'm being honest, I just saw that in another review. I just wanted to check that out for myself. If that ever does happen, don't worry, you can just pop it on and it looks good as new. You can obviously see this kind of neck connector up here, which connects up into the head. And I quite like this connector. It makes it really easy to swap these head sculpts out. But yeah, absolutely love this body. Now in terms of mobility, you get good range through the shoulders with those nice ratchet joints. Good double bend on the elbow as well. And his arm does, lifts up to about there. Doesn't really want to go much beyond. You do get a lot of bunching at this point in that shoulder. Back, yeah, not very far either. So a bit limited in the shoulders there. But other than that, really good mobility. I believe, yeah, you've got a double bend of the knee. Careful with that though, that might want to come off a little bit if you futz around with that too much, because that looks quite loose. But yeah, you get a nice double bend there as well. That makes its hamstring a little bigger. And that extends out. Legs don't go back really at all, so you can't manipulate here much. There is a thigh swivel, which is good to see, and he gets a little bit of motion forwards, but you know, I was talking about that throne earlier. It'll be really hard to get this dude to do that seated pose through here. A bit of movement. Is there side to side? Yeah, a bit of side to side movement through here. No toe articulation, and a bit of forwards and back as well, which will hinder some of the poses a little bit. Talking about the boots, look how freaking good those are. You can even see where you've got the gold paint underneath it as well. So just nicely done. Nothing there, but yeah, really nicely done. All right, guys, that's it for the unboxing segment. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna whack this guy into some poses, and we'll see what you can pull off of him. Catch you in a sec. Alright, so here we have pose number 1, and now this is what I'm going to refer to as his fully decked out pose. So I've got the lightning effects on his hands. I didn't use, there is that lightning body piece, but I decided not to use this. I think it looks a bit comical. But yeah, this is his fully powered up, fully decked out pose, and as you can see, I've got the lighting effect on as well, and I think it makes for a really, really nice overall look. And the base is great because it allows you to kind of hide the wires that you have there as well. So even as we you can kind of see the wire back there a little bit, but from the most part you can't really see it, and that light up effect really kind of gives this figure another level, and it looks great. Now I do love him in this cloak, so I'm probably mainly going to display him with the cloak. We'll do an uncloaked pose as well, but for now, for the second one, I think we'll keep him cloaked up because I think that's the best look for him and he looks the most menacing. So let's check out pose number 2. And here we have pose number 2. So this is a bit more of, I'm going to say, a museum pose. You don't have to worry about that waist grabber causing any damage to the suit. I'm not putting much stress on the suit at all for wrinkles or anything like that. So this is a nice, safe museum pose with a lot of character as well. So I've got him facing a little bit to the side as well. Still hooded up, still looking menacing as hell. And I have to say, in terms of likeness on the face sculpt, I feel like from this angle, the likeness is a lot better, and you'll see that just in the set, just as the camera kind of slides up. But that look into the sides, and this is where movable eyes really makes a figure hit at the next level. But yeah, this kind of image here, he looks really good. This is a good representation of the Rock from this point, and I really do like it. This may be how I pose him long term. I have had him in the flying pose a little bit, but I'll probably keep him like this all in all. And there's another shot, just kind of like this profile as well, which I really do like. This profile, this is probably definitely how I'll keep him displayed. But for now, let's check out what he looks like without the cloak, and we'll see if that creates a better figure pose. See you in a sec. Alright, so here we have our third and final pose, and this is obviously uncloaked, and in this one I have attached the alternate head sculpt as well, with the eyebrow raised kind of look that he has, which, you know, The Rock is quite famous for. And I have to say, unfortunately guys, it's definitely the weaker of the two head sculpts. The other head sculpt for me was a lot better. We'll dial in now here, and from this profile it doesn't look too bad, but if you have it looking head on, it's not the best. Now, one thing I do like about this pose is it really, you can see the entire suit now, and I feel that it allows that light up bit to kind of shine even more, which for me is a huge win for this figure. I'm really impressed with the light up chest. The brightness is just bang on, really good. Now, rating time guys, so this figure, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The details on the suit here, astounding. The suit looks high quality, it looks premium, it looks as kind of close to the on-screen version that I can see. The base is absolutely fantastic. I'm just really impressed with the base. Not quite a 10 out of 10 because the film that this is based on isn't the best. Now maybe I shouldn't allow that to factor into my rating, but this is kind of just my personal feelings on the figure, so I think an 8 out of 10 is strong. Also the head sculpts, the first head sculpt, banger. Alternate head sculpt, a little bit off. But guys, that'll wrap it up there. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day. See you later.